Hey, happy Friday to you and yours, and welcome to the end of a very event-filled week. Tuesday, March 14th, that was Pi Day, because 3.14 is all anybody could ever remember of that endless number. On that day, I used pi to determine the area on the top of my pie. Then Wednesday, 3/15, that's the Ides of March. That's when Julius Caesar was stabbed to death by everybody in the Roman Senate. Then they all left for spring break. And today, of course, is St. Patrick's Day, a day when you wear green clothes, you drink green beer, and eventually you turn green before you hurl. You know, it's a tradition. That's all there is to it. Guinness beer is also a tradition, because after you've had a few Guinnesses, you can take the letters in Guinness and rearrange them to spell genius. Go ahead. You might have one or two letters left over, but that's not the point. Personally, I'm looking forward to next Tuesday, the first day of spring. Soon there will be flowers blooming and birds chirping and rabbits having coitus all over my yard. It's all they think about, you know. No wonder the turtle beat them in the race. That's what they were thinking. Anyhow, you might have heard this case too. A defense lawyer defending his client on arson charges had his e-cigarette ignite in his pocket, setting his pants aflame. We now have a lawyer with his pants on fire. And I thought that saying was just made up. There's nothing made up in this week's Funnies, just real stories, I should say, accompanied by alternative facts. The fine folks in Lake Nona, Florida, are not pleased with the name of their new middle school. The school is scheduled to open in August, and it's named Innovation Park Middle School. Now, the parents are upset because the school's initials are IPMS, and they think this acronym is going to cause their children to be ridiculed by other students, especially if they wear the red athletic jerseys with IPMS on the front. I don't know, but there's a simple solution here, folks. All you got to do is name your sports teams the Foxes. Then you have the shirts printed proclaiming, "We're the Foxes." Do it as an anagram, and every kid in that school will be proud to wear a WTF shirt. If you are a Floridian, please have someone, read this next story to you. The latest trend in Miami seems to be car twerking. And from what I could grasp, car twerking involves scantily clad women who climb on top of cars and twerk while the car is moving. You know, honestly, there's got to be something in the water down there. When I was growing up, we had car twerking too. We called it mooning. It involved sticking your bare butt out the window of a moving car. There really was no danger involved. Although one time, I admit, I did once moon out of the moonroof, and I emitted a very distinct whistling sound. In Chagrin Falls, Ohio, the Chagrin Falls Popcorn Shop created a 70-pound popcorn ball for the city's annual New Year's Eve popcorn drop. However, the estimated value of this thing was $700, which I did the math comes down to about $10 for a pound of popcorn. Anyhow, ever since New Year's, the ball has been on display in front of the store until this week when it was stolen. Somebody actually walked off with a 70-pound popcorn ball, and 4 days later, the unknown thief returned it with a handwritten note that said, "What the hell am I supposed to do with a 70-pound popcorn ball?" Well, that's it, my friends, for another week. Have a very, very happy St. Patrick's Day, and I will see you next week in the spring.